Math Made Easy. So I wanted to come on today. I just found out that this is National Tutors Appreciation Week. I had no idea that there was ever even existed a Tutor Appreciation Week. So I want to come on each day and just kind of give you some updates, give you some math tips. A lot of you, if you're signed up for college classes, you're getting close to midterm right now. And so this is a really important time for all of you who are taking math classes to really consider seeking out extra help. When I was in school, I cannot tell you the value of a good tutor. Someone that not only knows the material, but that is willing to be patient with you when you don't understand. If you knew the answer, you wouldn't have asked the question, right? So no one needs a teacher or a tutor for that matter that isn't willing to work with you and take time to explain things to you. So I'll be coming on this week with just some main topics that I know tend to be troublesome at this point during most college math classes. So a lot of you, if you're taking college algebra or some kind of introduction to algebra, right about now, you're probably in the chapter dealing with graphing. And this can be a topic that is difficult if it's not explained well. So we're talking about graphing linear equations. So a linear equation just means that it's an equation that when you graph it, it makes a straight line. So just the way it sounds, it's a linear equation. You're going to get a straight line once you graph it, all right? The most common equation that you have heard maybe in a pre-algebra class or class in high school was that y equals mx plus b. This is a very good formula to know, but it has two important pieces that you have to understand. The first piece is this m right there, and that stands for slope, okay? And slope just deals with how steep your line is. Is your line really flat, or is it more of an angle, or is it super steep? The slope will tell us how angled that line is. And then B is your y-intercept, okay? And by y-intercept, we're talking about on your x-y axis here. The x's go left to right, the y's go up and down. Your y-intercept tells you where this graph will cross on the y-axis, okay? So two important things, the slope and the y-intercept. This is often called the slope-intercept form, all right? So you've heard of slope-intercept form. This is what they're talking about. Why is this equation so helpful? Let's say that we had an equation like y equals 2/3 x minus 4, and we want to put this on the graph. Now, you may have learned that you can do this with a T-chart and kind of pick out some points. Today, I'm just going to talk to you about using the equation. It's kind of a shortcut. So if I know that y is by itself, just like here, I've got y all alone, there's no number with y or anything, then I can just use the slope, which is this number 2/3, and the y-intercept and go right to the graph. So first, start with your y-intercept. This says that -4, not just -4, but -4 is where the graph will cross the y-axis. So here in the middle is 0, go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use the green marker for this one. And just go ahead and put the point right there, that we know it crosses at -4. Next point we can find by using the slope, and the slope says go up 2 and go over 3. So from this point, I'm going to go up 2 spaces, 1, 2, and then go to the right 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. So my slope says go up 2 and go over 3. You may have heard this referred to as rise over run, okay? You're going to go up 2, or rise 2, and run 3. And then you can just connect those points. So you have your graph. So without having to do anything else, just looking at the equation, I knew where it crossed the y-axis, and I knew how to get to one more point. Let's do one more. All right. The next one I have here says that y equals 2x plus 1. Again, our plus 1, that's your y-intercept. It's a positive 1, so from my middle, I go up 1, and I put the point right there. All right. So again, whatever number's on the end, you actually go ahead and just graph that point. Now we're going to go 2 as our slope, but it looks a little strange. Our previous slope had 2 numbers. This one has just 1, but we would assume, because it's a whole number, that it's going to have a 1 underneath. So anytime it's just a whole number, but you need a fraction, just put a 1 underneath it. So my slope is 2/1. So that means go up 2 and go over 1. So here we go. This is my blue line here. So from my positive 1, up 2 spaces, over 1, and now I have 2 points that I could connect. You could also go again. So maybe if the points are too close together, you could start where you left off and go 2 more spaces and over 1 more, just to give you a little, better connection of your points there. All right. So this is how you use the slope-intercept form to graph an equation. So if you have other math topics that you would like for me to touch on this week, you can leave it in the comment section. You can send me a message. Or if you would like to meet with me and get some help on a particular math question or problem, I do offer a free 20-minute consultation. So if you've got a math question that you just need for right now, you can, contact me and I'll go ahead and do that, and we can help you get through that little hump. And if it works out, if you and I gel together and make sense, you're welcome to then sign up for a subscription and work with me each week until you're done with your math class. All right? Thank you so much for watching. And if you are not in a math class, just share this with someone else that you think would benefit. All right? Thank you. See you in the next one.